Hi everyone, my name is Abigail Brown and I'm Assistant Director and Career Coach at the University Career Center at UNC Charlotte. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about internship and co-op search strategies and why these opportunities are incredibly valuable to you as a student at the university. No matter your major, these opportunities can help you build up valuable skill sets and take all of the amazing things you're learning in the classroom and help you apply them in your workplace. So let's talk a little bit about why internships and co-ops are important. Around 95% of employers said experience is a factor in their hiring decisions. And on top of that, nearly half wanted new grad experience to come directly from internships and co-ops. Adding into that experience piece is the networking piece. So networking really is the name of the game. So through this internship or co-op opportunity, you have the opportunity to connect with industry professionals of all levels. So making sure to take advantage of the ability to have conversations with people that have been doing this for years, because you never know what opportunities will open up down the road as you complete your experience. And then last but not least, the potential for a higher starting salary. You've got this professional experience under your belt. You've made these connections within the industry. You have that leverage there that you're able to use as you're negotiating for full-time roles. So to expand on some of those previous benefits, let's talk about the perks of an internship. They typically pay more than a part-time job pays, so you have that added benefit as you're considering the internship search, either during the regular academic year or during the summer sessions. You have that opportunity to gain real-world experience and develop skills in your area of study. So again, taking what you're learning in the classroom and really applying that into the workplace. The opportunity to connect and meet with professionals in the field is again very valuable, and having those conversations and learning and growing from them as you pursue future opportunities. Internships are a really great way to test drive career paths. So if you're trying out an area of industry or you're really trying to navigate what you would like to do next, internships are a really great way to test drive those and to figure out what you like and you don't like about the workplace. It can be really valuable as you move on to your next step beyond the internship to learn and grow and know what it is that you liked and didn't like about that opportunity. Depending on the department that you're within, there's the opportunity to potentially earn elective credit. And we'll talk about this a little more in a later slide, but making sure as you're pursuing internship or co-op opportunities to stay in contact with your academic advisors so you can make sure you're taking advantage of every opportunity available to you to possibly earn academic credit for your experience. And then last but not least, the potential for job offer after graduation. Our ideal would be that your internship opportunity is a great pipeline into a full-time role. And so thinking through how that opportunity might propel you to the next step beyond graduation. Let's talk through a few of the major differences between internship and co-op program eligibility. So most internship opportunities open up after freshman year. Well, we typically see students taking advantage of internship opportunities either after sophomore year or after junior year. As I mentioned earlier, some departments do offer academic credit, but some do not. So definitely make sure that you check in with your academic department to see if they offer academic credit for your internship experience so that they can help you stay on track for graduation, but also get credit that's readily available for your experience. In comparison, the co-op program eligibility is a little bit different. So they do require a 2.5 GPA or above. You have to be in this full-time student status and in good university standing. And then you also have to have completed at least 30 credit hours, at least 15 hours for students that are transfers. I want to share with you our internship portal that we have at the University Career Center. Occasionally students find themselves in a situation where their employer requires that they receive academic credit for their internship, but their academic department may not approve them for that. So we have available the UCall 3410 course, and you can gain access to the application process through this website here. If you scroll down, it has the steps to completing an academic credit internship, and it talks through the process of what to do if your academic department doesn't approve you for academic credit for their program, and it provides a link here to apply for internship credit. So if you click here, It'll take you directly to the portal, and you'll select the term where you're looking to receive credit, and then also the course that you're looking to enroll in, where you'll submit that application. Another area of internships that you may hear discussed often is micro internships, or what we call gig-ternships. So these are short-term project-based work, and they allow students to work remotely on really specific professional assignments for organizations. There's a lot of really great advantages to the micro internship opportunities, in that one, it allows you to explore a wide variety of career paths. So you get to try out several different types of projects for different organizations and see what's a good fit for you and what works for you. It allows you to enhance your resume with some specific projects that are at really reputable companies. And then again, that ability to build networks, so having some connections with organizations and professionals within those organizations as you consider future work opportunities. There are a couple different ways that you can find these, one of which is the Parker Dewey website and the Small Business Internships and Gig-ternships resume book. And I'll talk you through how to access both of those in just a moment. I want to walk you through accessing the Parker Dewey website and the resume book piece from Hire9er. To access Parker Dewey, you go to info.parkerdewey.com/UNCC. So from there, you'll create a free account, and it will ask you additional information to build out your profile. So I'm going to click on my account here to show you how to search for micro internships. There are a few different ways that you can search for micro internship opportunities. So you can either search for opportunities that are face-to-face or on-site for particular employers, or you can search for remote opportunities, which is what I generally recommend students do throughout their search process. You have the ability to sort by when those opportunities were posted, when their start dates are, and as you can see here, these micro internships are from a variety of background and experiences. And so from the sales side, from business development to the tech side, students have a lot of different opportunities to explore some of these micro internship experiences. In comparison to the Parker Dewey website, you also have access to the web resume books in Hire9er. So you'll log into your student account for Hire9er, select Documents, and from there, resume books. There are a really wide variety of resume books, and I encourage you to take a look at those, check those out, and see if those are also any areas of interest. The one in particular that I want to focus in on for this presentation is the Small Business Internships and Gig-ternships resume book. So we've worked with Charlotte area small businesses and entrepreneurs, and so by selecting in this resume book, we will send you along those opportunities as they come into our office. If you have not already, make sure that you've taken advantage of our required resume review so you can have your resume reviewed by someone on our team, receive feedback, and then as those opportunities pop up, you're good to go and ready to apply. Changing gears just a little bit, I want to talk about the co-op program logistics. And so as you'll see here, many of the co-op opportunities are major related, and they are always paid opportunities. In order to complete a co-op experience, you have to gain approval from your academic department, and so going through that process with academic advising is a requirement. That co-op experience does provide a transcript notation, and so even though you are doing a full-time co-op experience, you do retain your full-time student status. In order to complete and receive the transcript notation on your transcript, there is a $60 transcript notation fee. Then also keep in mind any potential financial aid changes. So make sure that you stay in communication with both our office and financial aid to make sure and stay on top of any changes that may occur to your financial aid status. For this co-op experience, you'll work with the same employer for 3 rotations, so through the fall semester, the spring semester, or the summer, and you must enroll in the co-op program by each drop add date. And so you also have to enroll for each semester that you'll be working for the co-op organization. From there, you'll enroll in the co-op seminar course, which is 1 credit hour after each rotation that is worked. There are a lot of really fantastic perks for participating in the co-op program. So as a student, you're able to keep full-time status even during full-time co-op semesters. You're getting that paid experience, that hands-on experience, and saving money because you're also being paid for this opportunity. So the ability to save some money there. Longevity with the company. And so as we talked about a little bit earlier, that potential for full-time employment in the long run. And so you're gaining that experience with the organization, you have an understanding of that culture, you're making connections with colleagues, and so thinking about the long-term potential for working with that organization. Really incomparable experience. So we talked about this a little bit earlier, but getting that hands-on experience, taking those things that you're learning in the classroom and really being able to apply them in the workplace, co-ops are a really fantastic place to do that. The potential for the full-time job offer after graduation. So especially if you've worked for an organization for 3 full cycles, you've really learned the ins and outs of the company and the potential for growth within that organization. So there is that potential again for the full-time job offer for that experience. Downside being you could potentially prolong graduation by a semester or 2 because you're working full-time for those semesters rather than taking coursework. So again, making sure you're staying in constant communication with academic advising so you can stay on track and have an understanding of what the long-term end goal looks like. Now that we've had a chance to talk about the benefits and the perks of completing an internship or co-op, let's change gears and talk a little bit about facilitating the internship and co-op search process. One of the things that you'll hear our office talk about quite a bit is the importance of networking in preparation for your internship or job search. And it's typically the area where I see students have the most nervousness or the most hesitation. And one of the things that I like to remind students about is that networking is really just about having a conversation. So whether that conversation is with a recruiter, whether it's with a classmate, whether it's with an alumnus of the university, it's really just about a conversation. And one of the really fantastic things about those conversations is that a lot of times they're willing to share experiences and share things that they wish that they had known when they were going throughout the process. There are a few things that we consider to be networking 101 in preparation for having conversations with people within the industry. First being, let people know that you're looking for an internship or co-op. So this can mean having conversations with your classmates or upperclassmen that have gone through internships or co-ops before, talking to your faculty members about industries and employers that they've worked with. But then also making sure that you're having conversations with our office because we can sit down and set out a plan and have conversations about what employers you should be targeting as you pursue your search. LinkedIn is a fantastic platform for facilitating some networking contacts. And so going throughout that platform and taking a look at potential employers that you might want to work for, alumnus of the university that you might want to have conversations and connections with, really leveraging and utilizing that platform to facilitate some conversations. Going to the employer info sessions and career fairs. So throughout the academic year, we have a really wide variety of employers that participate on campus. So making sure to take advantage of those opportunities so you can have face-to-face time with them and make those connections. But then last but not least, as you attend those sessions, make sure that you follow up with those recruiters. So this could be sending a follow-up email message after you attend those events, connecting with them on LinkedIn and sending them a message, just letting them know that you greatly appreciated and enjoyed their presentation and loved learning more about their organization. The preparation piece for your internship and co-op search is crucial. And so this is a really great practice round for your full-time job search. You're going to plan ahead. We encourage you to apply for opportunities at least 6 months in advance, depending on the industry that you're looking to apply for. Some summer opportunities began recruitment and campus interview process as early as September and August of the previous year. So keep that in mind that there are some timetables depending on your industry that require applying much earlier. Taking a really multifaceted approach. So taking advantage of Hire9er through your search process, LinkedIn job search, taking advantage of those networking conversations. Again, those are incredibly important to searching for opportunities. And we say this all the time, you really will get out of your internship search what you put in. So making sure that you're doing the legwork and researching those companies as early as possible and really understanding the ins and outs of what that organization looks like and the things that are important to that organization and a candidate. And as you're preparing your application materials, I can't stress enough the importance of tailoring those materials to that specific organization. So each individual cover letter and resume should be specific to the organization that you're applying for. There are some additional steps that you should take as a candidate pursuing an internship or a co-op opportunity. The first being your social media presence. So if an employer were to Google you, how are you portraying yourself, and what are some of the first things that pop up for you as a candidate? Keeping that in mind and making sure whatever comes up for that employer, it's not going to be something that hinders your search process. One piece that we see quite a bit is the professional voicemail. Employers share with us that they reach out to candidates to schedule interviews, and they may not have a professional greeting, so making sure that's up to date. Whenever you're preparing for your internship or job search process, doing the mock interview program. And so you as a student have access to our big interview platform. So leveraging and utilizing that platform to work through interview questions, think through different ways that you might approach responses, but then also you have access in there to industry-specific questions. So the ability to really think through how you would approach different scenarios for the employers that you're seeking out. As you approach the search process and you're preparing your application materials, really important to make sure that those materials are tailored to the employer, but making sure that your resume is up to date so that you've incorporated all of the different experiences that you've gained here at the university, so it reflects well to that employer to show you've got that background and those skills and experiences. And as we talked about the networking piece earlier, starting to reach out to contacts and references. So if you have made some connections through some of those info sessions on campus or through those networking events, touching base with them to let them know that you are in the search process and sharing your resume and some of your materials. And as you're applying for opportunities and you're preparing a reference list, making sure that you touch base with people that are potentially your references so they're aware that an employer may be reaching out to them to gain a reference for you. As you start your search for internship opportunities, there are a lot of fantastic platforms for you to use to search for those internships and those co-op experiences. I always encourage students to start with the Hire9er platform, and I say this because employers that reach out and post those opportunities, they're reaching out because they specifically want to hire UNC Charlotte students. So keep that in mind in keeping your resume up to date on that platform, but also setting up some job search alerts. So then when opportunities are posted that align with your interest, you have those readily available and you're good to go to apply. One piece that students sometimes forget about is the specific company website. So if you've done your research and you know that there are some specific employers in your area of industry that you want to apply with, make sure that you check out the career pages for those specific companies and check out those websites because they often have university recruiting areas looking specifically for undergraduate students. A few other websites that you might consider throughout your search would be Indeed.com, which many students use, simplyhired.com and glassdoor.com. And then again, LinkedIn for your internship and job search. As you can see on the LinkedIn platform, there are a lot of really fantastic internship and job postings. And one of the great things about that platform is you can see which of your connections on LinkedIn also work for those organizations. So you're able to put two and two together with both the networking connections and the specific job opportunities. In addition to those online platforms that I discussed, there are a lot of opportunities for you to connect face-to-face and virtually with employers. So from our information sessions on campus and our on-campus interviews, we have those listed in Hire9er, so you always have an up-to-date view of our schedule with the potential employers you can connect with. On-campus and regional career fairs. And so in this upcoming year, we have several virtual opportunities to connect with employers to learn more about their position opportunities. You could take a look at the Chamber of Commerce, some of their regional, state, and national association meetings and events. So if there are some professional organizations within your area of industry, definitely check those out to see if there are some opportunities to network. And then last but not least, events held by your academic department. So we work closely with a lot of the different academic departments on campus, and their staff and their faculty within the departments often hold events with industry professionals. And so taking advantage of those opportunities to search and find out about internship and co-op opportunities can be really important to your process. To build further on those previous resources, I want to highlight the importance of the people part of the internship and job search process. And so we hit on this a little bit earlier, but the importance of having those conversations with professors, with friends, with classmates. Oftentimes, these are the people that are going to be able to share opportunities within organizations that might not otherwise be posted elsewhere. Keeping an eye out for emails from faculty and staff on campus. Each of our career coaches here in the Career Center, we regularly send out opportunities that employers have shared with us and opportunities for students to apply for internship opportunities. The social networking piece, and so employers often share opportunities, whether it's via Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. People within organizations want to hire people within their circle, and so taking a look at what that circle looks like and people that have different variety of skill sets that can add value to that organization. Informational interviews. These are a little bit different than your standard interview in that the purpose of these is really to, again, have those conversations with people that are in the industry and learn about what that industry looks like and what the hiring process could potentially look like for you as a candidate. Again, learning the ins and outs and potential pitfalls that you might look out for as you're going through the search process. There are a few mistakes I typically see students navigating as they're going through the internship and the job search process. The first being that they give up or they don't apply to enough places. A lot of the internship and job search process can be dependent on the state of the economy, the type of industry that you're applying for. So really make sure that you as a candidate are casting a wide net in searching for those opportunities and applying to a variety of organizations. And although sometimes the job and internship process can be lengthy, just making sure that you keep a good attitude about the process, because this can come across and read through as you're interviewing with an employer. So just keeping that in mind. I referenced the big interview platform earlier, but one of the challenges that employers share with us is that candidates don't take the interview seriously enough. So making sure that you practice and you run through questions, but then also making sure you do in-depth research about the specific organization that you're interviewing with. So you can show that you've done the legwork, but that you're also knowledgeable about what it is that they're looking for in a candidate. You have access to a wide variety of resources on our website. It's career.uncc.edu, along with a copy of our career guide. So the really great thing about this guide, it gives you sample networking questions that you might consider, sample resumes, guidelines for your internship process to help you along. Just a really all-around fantastic resource to have at your disposal as you're searching for these internship opportunities. I just want to share a few quick statistics about the LinkedIn platform. This will help lean you toward using this platform as you consider your internship search and your networking process. About 94% of recruiters use LinkedIn to source and vet candidates, and 79% of recruiters have hired the candidate through LinkedIn, but only a little over a third of job seekers are actually active on the site. So that's just some food for thought as you consider your search and think about how you might use LinkedIn to go about your search process. Thanks so much for listening to this presentation on internship and co-op search strategies. We hope you'll connect with us at career.uncc.edu or schedule an appointment to talk about your internship or co-op search at hireaniner.uncc.edu.